particular AWS services, there's a lot of overlap in some functionality. But when you talk to customers who are using that service, they want that functionality built within their products. I think when we think about being keeping these teams autonomous and separate, where am I going with this? Hold on. I had a great point to close this up. Overlap of work. It's going to happen. There's no way to do that. I think one way you could try to fight against that is how you lay out your code base to see if there's duplicate logic there. The reason why you do these small teams are autonomous is that you're building the service itself. So if my product has to rely on someone else's service, it's the only way we talk to or interact with their service is through an API. What that means is we're never going to be touching into their database. If we want to consume their service, we have to talk to them through their API. There's duplication at that scale. There's no doubt about it, but I think the benefit to the customer in getting that functionality it's worth it.
Awesome, thank you. Next question is, how do you make sure that the leadership principles are ingrained in the culture with so many people? What are the practical steps you do to make sure that happens?
There's two things. It's one, that you're making sure that you're asking the right questions during hiring, that they match. So all of the questions we have during the interview process are tied to our leadership principles. Second, this isn't something that once you're asked these questions and you're in Amazon, you'll never hear these again. You will actually hear these terms thrown around all the time and use it to make your point. If you think something is half-baked and it's not ready to go out to the customer yet, you can say, I'm going to insist on high standards here, and I think that we really need to polish this a little bit more. You could say, I think that we're overspending on this one initiative, and for the sake of frugality, we should be thinking about how to lower the cost structure for a particular initiative. So by hearing these terms every day, you get used to them, become really powerful too. It allows you and people you're talking to align on the same points. So keeping it alive in your culture is probably the key.
Awesome. So Amazon drives hyper consumption. How do you think about innovation with respect to plastic and